Welcome to Breakout Racing League. We're here for round number 12. We're here at Spa-Francorchamps. It is the Belgian Grand Prix, and we are again set here for tier number 1. It is going to be an interesting one here tonight. Of course, Belgian Grand Prix. We're in that halfway point in the championship. We're getting there. It's getting close to a point in the championship where, well, if everybody just needs some luck if they want to catch Bailey in this championship at the moment in tier number 1. But we've still got a long way to go, a lot of things to happen, and we're about to get things set and ready to go here for qualifying. 18 minutes, and let's see what goes down here in this one. And of course, joining me here, as always, Katrin. Welcome.
Yes, thank you. Well, we have a long way to go in the championship. What better way to I guess, than have one of the longest races on the calendar, 7 kilometers, and it's going to be fun. Actually, this track is about one of the fastest, not only one of the longest, but also like 70% of this track is at full throttle, so we can have some fun with the DRS trains at Lecom, into Les Sauces, and we could have some fun overtaking and defending going out into those corners. It'll be fun.
Behind the scenes, everybody. Sorry, I just turned up Catcher a little bit slowly. His points. It is still it's Bailey on top by 93 points over Maneko, so it's a pretty dominant display at the moment from Bailey. Everyone needs bad luck to go Bailey's way if they want to have a chance in this championship, really. Axe in P3, a nice P3 at the moment, Supply Raptor, and then Moo Moo Milk. So that's the top 5 in the championship. But it's very close throughout the field as well. And of course, Alfa Romeo, 126 points over Red Bull. And boy, oh boy, they're just pulling that gap ever so slightly each and every race. But 15 minutes ago here in the session, everyone about to get themselves ready for this one here at Spa. And I'm going to ask a quick question here. Is that I just want Catcher to agree with me here. It's all about surviving Belgium, no matter what. If you spin at the top, coming up to El Rouge, and you through Radion, and you spin through there, and you get a wing taken off, you just got to come back in and just hope for the best, because you never know. A good result could definitely happen, couldn't it?
Yes, indeed. A lot of places on this track is definitely places you want to survive, and parentheses there, especially the top of Radion. You've seen a lot of people so far this weekend crash out of the top of that complex, down the Camel Straight, down into Lecom. We've seen a lot of people go for audacious moves, and Mitchie, you definitely can count me in on this, because I had to change my pants whenever I saw it myself. There was a collision in Tier 3. It could happen there. It just depends on how much space you have to really leave with the guy you're trying to overtake or be overtaken with. No Name, Pouon, Blanchimont. There's so many places, especially through the Fania chicanes and the Savelo 1 and 2. And we saw it all throughout Tier 4. We had a couple of spanners. We had Tier Realistic. There's all these parts of this track you can definitely, quote-unquote, expire, if you want to put it the most polite way. You just have to survive this track. And it's going to be interesting to see how these guys are doing it. Crispy's going up to the Fania chicane. Huh?
No, I pressed the wrong thing. Sorry, chat. Sorry. Behind the scenes.
Huh?
Alright, there we go. Never mind. We're here with Crispy.
What was that sound?
I got my volumes wrong. Don't worry. I'd like to point out here real quickly, for everyone that's wondering, over the Christmas break, I'm going to be doing a big old stream reflect of how I can do things a little bit more better. So volumes and everything right, so we don't have moments like we just had. As Crispy goes to the top with a 42.791. And you can watch back on the stream as Chandler is in the Mercedes at the moment, coming on last few corners now, and trying to see here Hooper's out there as well, getting a little bit of a toe there from Ferrari as well. Bailey goes P2 on the medium tyres, and Hoop now crosses the line and does a 41.9.
Wow. Then he goes to the line, it goes to 42.5. That's one thing I do want to point out with, by the way, is we've seen a surplus of people throughout the tiers so far this weekend use the kind of a mixed bag between the C3 medium and the C4 softs. You also have the C2 hards to your disposal, plus the intermediates and wets if you need those who need them. Right now it's completely sunny and dry, but let's see what these drivers use so far out of the tire choices now. Everyone so far, top 4, softs, Bailey medium.
Very close as Crispy goes for a spin. Very close between the top 2 at the moment. Neymar with an validation, D Hunter with a validation. We've got Supply Raptor about to start a lap time on medium tyres. And Axe now coming to the end of his run here on the medium tyres. So close for the top 2 at the moment. And let's see how things play out in this session with 12 minutes to go. Doesn't look like most people are looking for a medium strategy here today. We'll see how things play out as Axe goes P6.
Yeah, definitely looks like they're favoring the soft compounded tires so far this qualifying session. And Axe, if he was trying to go for another run, he has validated the first possible chance. But so far, I think, honestly, the reverse strategy, the medium to soft or the medium to hard, depending on the strategy you really prefer here. You could also do the soft to medium or soft to hard in, I guess, retrospect. But it's just not seemed to be as effective as compared to the softs and soft to medium, especially because of the overcut versus the undercut. It just seems to be more favoring the soft compounded tires, and, well, a lot of people are choosing that. Ferrari not an outlap on softs. Neymar on a flying lap, which he validated on softs, though. Deer Hunter on a flying lap on softs. Bosky on softs on an out lap. It just kind of continues. Everyone so far has chosen the softs, except for Edu, who's on pit lane on medium. Raptor on a flying lap on medium. Bailey and Axe.
Yeah, Raptor now going to see what he can do. If he can maybe get ahead of his teammate, who's P7 right now on the medium tyres. Axe the best of the rest here on the medium tyres so far. As Raptor now across the line, and he goes 6th fastest, the best of the medium runners. So not too bad from Raptor here in this one.
Yeah, what, 2/10 gap between him and Axe, and Cookie had a little bit of a shock as he going through Stabilo 2. He was behind Neymar. He was on a out lap, by the way. Cookie was, but he was following Neymar, who was kind of, I guess, on a glorified out lap with him being validated. Spun right in front of him, and he had to come completely on the brakes, and I guess he got a little bit of a scare there. Neymar's going to start a flying lap, and behind him, Cookie's going to
Oh, we're back again. Welcome back. Richie's internet decided to, you know what. But as I was just saying to Katra, I am moving house in a couple of weeks' time, and I'll be able to have better internet and better connection. So, yeah. As Boss Cookie goes, P3, 0.2 off of Hooperlicious time. And not bad from the Alpine.
Not at all. That's actually a really, really good lap from him, as he's had a little bit of actually some success. He actually won here in the realistic race on Thursday, so he has a little bit of pace. We'll see what he can do in the equal cars. P3 right now in qualifying.
Yeah, P3 very nicely done by Boss Cookie. And looking pretty good so far. Hooperlicious about to start. He has started his next flying lap. We've got a few other drivers out there on laps as well, so all happening here at the moment. Mostly, pretty much all soft tyres here at the moment. Well, basically all soft tyres, so we know what everyone's strategy is going to be here in this one at the moment.
Yep, and it also could be, I haven't heard from any outside sources, I think it should be dry, which is weird that all 4 tiers have been dry this week.
Weird.
But that also is going to mean, is what?
That's weird. That we have
Yeah, it
not
is
seen
weird.
rain at all, especially in Belgium. That is a kind of
Yeah,
surprise.
it really is. So I'm kind of surprised about that. But maybe the drivers are trying to either there's rain and we don't know it, that's why everyone's on the softs, or everyone has completely thrown that reverse strategy out the window. And by the way, Cookie's trying to get out of the way from Edu. Actually, no, it's Edu from Cookie at the worst possible moment.
And Shamrock has validated his lap time. Moo Milk has validated his lap time as well. Hoop is slightly up on his time at the moment with 6:47 left on the clock here at the moment. And that was a yellow flag. It's a McLaren.
Yes, Neymar. It's Neymar around at Lecombe. Looks like he may have touched that curve.
Well,
There's a lot of points on this track, and you definitely can confirm with my, I guess, statement here, is from the game ago to this one now, they've definitely reprofiled a lot of these curves and made it more, I guess, aggressive. It's going to be difficult to overtake, I guess, using those curves, especially taking the curves even by yourself, as Neymar just proved that point. And by the way, as soon as I say that, there's a little birdie whispered in my ear. Dry, wet, dry.
Rain in race according to Manico. Thank you, quick time. And, well, who knows what that could mean. We saw rain here last season in Tier 1, and it just it's just absolute chaos. As Manico crosses the line, does improve, but does not improve position. So there we go. Chandler's come back into the lane. So Chandler and Hoop did not improve their lap times. But boy, rain around here. Ooh.
Yeah, speaking of last season, Tier 1, let's just avoid that. I did not have a very pleasant time. Thank you, the man I'm actually watching right now, Axe. But he's going to go on his flying lap right now. Actually going to see what
he's done a Mitchie! Oh, he's done a Mitchie 950. But the other way around, he pulled it to the left. He hit that curb on the left. We'll talk about that in an onboard lap in a sec. But he hit that curb and just gone. But he went full on to the left. Luckily, and none of the rear tyres went out for him. So he's still in here in qualifying. But boy, that was a big moment.
It was. And I'm trying to recuperate myself from what you said. That's funny.
If someone spins it, you know where, you know what I'll be saying.
Did you spin there in the race?
No.
For legal reasons, I will say no. But thankfully, Axe, even if he does have some wing damage, especially on the rear wing, it can be repaired, and he'll go back out again. But if that happens in the race, he won't be so lucky. Now we'll be on Raptor, going through the same corner. Does he survive that curve? Yes, he does.
Just as we'll keep an eye on Raptor here in the Alfa Romeo. What can the Alfa Romeo driver do here at the moment? Can he move his way up into that top 5? Let's see. Last few corners now, and let's see if Raptor can get up there or not. I think it will be only a P7, and it will be only a P7 for Supplier Raptor. P7 here at the moment, so the two Alphas 7 and 8th here at the moment. As Boss Cookie's about to start a lap time in a matter of moments. Chandler out there as well, so a few drivers out there in the last few minutes of this session.
Yep, so far everyone in the bottom 5 except for Axe has yet to set a time, choosing the soft compound tire except for Edu. And by the way, Neymar just went out, same with a Red Bull and a Ferrari. I believe actually the Ferrari just went into the lane.
Right.
Yes, so the Red Bull I believe is who? Ferrari not? Yes.
Let's take you one more lap around
it's who?
Spa-Francorchamps with Boss Cookie. Turn number 1, of course, lap 1 around here, turn number 1, as we know in history and real life, can be absolutely chaos. As we're now coming up to one of the most famous just stretches of road in motorsport, El Rouge, Eau Rouge, that's all you're going to say. Yeah, there's rally on there too, but we don't talk about that. As our Boss Cookie and Neymar, Boss Cookie now, bit of a DRS, maybe a little bit of Neymar here, and he will get it. And he's going to see if he can gain some time here at the moment, but he's only slightly down in that first sector. But can he gain some time in the middle sector? That's what he'll be looking for here at the moment. Coming up to mid-pole track now. So, no, tough corner here because you can get it wrong. And if you go side by side here with cars, especially come up to this corner here right now, can be absolute colours. He's hit the wall. That's an invalidation for Boss Cookie. And here's Chandler, who's invalidated as well. So the invalidations have come in thick and fast here at the moment. Here in this one, Poo on. And it's a track that delivers with good racing, it delivers good with good lap time and pace, but it also delivers absolute carnage and absolute delivers when you make an easy little mistake, it can cost you really badly around here. Supply Raptor is done. He's happy with a P7 as we got 1 minute and 48 to go in the latter stages of this one.
Yeah, everyone's on track except for Raptor, and well, Spa definitely through his 75 Grand Prix has given a lot of excitement, especially if you can think of the most notable ones being like obviously 98, the weather, and 08, the championship chaos between
2021. What a great Grand Prix that was.
That one too, you could technically say. I mean, technically it is chaos. I mean, that safety car was really tough, so.
All right, I'm gonna try to be serious here because we've got a minute to go. Moving now, AlphaTauri, one of the first ones I do believe will be one of the first ones to complete a lap time here, who's on a fast time here in this session. He'll be one of the first ones. We've got still 4 drivers yet to complete a lap. Edu's out there a million times. What could that mean for Edu? Because don't forget, we're going to have rain in the middle of the race, but when will the rain come is the factor. We know what Cody's games are like, as we'll watch the rest of the AlphaTauri here. Can he move his way up into that top 10? We'll have to wait and see with the AlphaTauri Hoop. Sitting right there behind pole position at the moment. Oh, he's gone in the wall, and that is done for Hoop. Chandler's validated his lap time, so he's not going to get pole position. Hoop's going to hold on to pole for now, but can anyone challenge him? Watching the rest of Moo Milk's lap here at the moment, trying to see if he can get to possibly a top 5 or top 10, or maybe even a pole position. We'll have to wait and see. AlphaTauri across the line. He goes P3. A great lap by Moo Milk there. Boss Cookie's invalidated, but Crispy, purple middle sector. Let's see what the AlphaTauri can do here. Can he get his way up into the top few, the top 3 cars, which would be absolutely fantastic for him. Neymar goes P7 in the McLaren. Crispy, absolutely superb through the chicane there. But is it enough to take pole position? It's not. It's only P2 as we watch Drunken Shamrock now coming up to the end of his lap as well. We got Bailey there behind. I'm going to watch Bailey here because Bailey is championship leader by 90 points. Does Drunken Shamrock do anything? He goes to P11. What does Bailey do? Bailey crossed the line, only goes 7th. As we got Ferrari now, we got D Hunter who's gone for a big old spin. As Sinav now, next one in the Ferrari. What can the Ferrari driver do? He will only go P9. Axe has invalidated. So really, all that's left is Ferrari now.
Yes, it's been a really interesting qualifying so far. And look at the top 10, actually top 13, within a second. Unfortunately for Axe, he can get his lap in strong. But look at the gap between first, second, and third as Ferrari goes through the final couple of corners. Where does this put him?
Nowhere. P10 didn't improve. He was just slightly down on his best lap. And we're just waiting for D Hunter to cross the line. So Hoop is on pole here for the Belgian Grand Prix. And he did that lap. That was the first lap he actually done in the session.
Shades of Sebastian Vettel.
Yes. But there we go. Hoop on top. Crispy second. Chandler third. Maneko fourth. Moo Milk in fifth. Boss Cookie, Bailey, Neymar, Sinav, and Ferrari Nuts. And there's the cars outside. Axe P14. We know Axe. If he sees clouds, he'll probably go on the intermediate. I'm kidding, Axe. I'm sorry, Axe. Love you, Axe. We're about to get things underway, folks. Stay with us for the Belgian Grand Prix here in tier number 1. Did you know Breakout Racing League has brand new match merch, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we got the tees, we got the hoodies, we got the phone cases, we got that sexy mug there. Oh, that mug looks very good. We got the leggings, we got absolutely everything your heart desires for Breakout Racing League's new merch. And don't forget, if you want to purchase Breakout Racing League merch, Fan 10 to get 10% off your purchase as we now head to the track. Oh, we're still here. Hello. Well, I was hoping that we were going to go on to the next screen, but looks like we haven't. So there we go. We're now going on to the next screen. But as Fingles would say, how wet and what kind of boots? Yes, that's true. Quick time, that is true. But Belgian, you never know. It could be pouring down with rain like we saw this year, or it could just be a light sprinkle at the top, and that's it. which I'd say this right now, I'd love to see them put that in the game, but they never will. So, but anyway, too hard for them. So let's get to predictions here, because as we just to wait and see what this weather is, what this weather will be. Okay, so it's cloudy. I do not see any raindrops as of yet. So it is a cloudy session for now. So expecting to see all soft tyres. I'm expecting, but it depends when the rain comes. Is the suspense, of course. If you do play F1 games, you will know sometimes the rain, it doesn't get wet enough, even though it's raining, it doesn't get wet enough for a few more laps. So that's going to be another thing that's going to be popping in their head. Or the rain could come on lap 2, and what we're talking about right now will not mean much. So let's talk about this. Predictions for the race for everybody in the chat as well. I think... I feel like we're going to see a Hoop win, but it could be absolute chaos, and we could see someone randomly win like a Bailey. And I'm saying randomly win when Bailey's leading by 90 points, but Bailey's down in P7. What about you?
There's a lot of factors. For me, honestly, it's tough to really pick a winner, especially at Belgium, because, well, last season, to be more specific, 77% of the grid had a penalty when they finished. So penalties can play a big factor, by the way that race was won by ARS Alan in the McLaren.
That's right.
But it's also tricky to say, because 40% of the Belgian Grand Prix have been won from pole. Delicious sits there now, but rain is in the middle of the race, and it could definitely put a huge towel in the mix. You saw it last season in Tier 1. It was chaos. It could happen again. You never know. But for me, it's really going to be about who can master the dry and the wet, and I think who can do that.
Andrew on the medium tyres, I commend him for that. That's not that bad of a choice, but as I say, again, if the rain comes in 2 laps, then what's the point? But if the rain doesn't come for until halfway through, it may not be that bad of a choice to do. But it's a wait and see. You never know. Anything can happen here at the moment. Bald guy saying Monico Bailey and Deer. Well, that's a Deer down in P12. I mean, we'd love to see Deer on the podium just to hear podium interviews again. But yeah, 22 laps here at the Belgian Grand Prix. It's going to be a good one. 15 drivers, and we're getting close to a start here at the moment. All the drivers do on the soft tyres with rain imminent. Anytime it could.
It's here now.
It's here now. Well, there you go. That's why for everyone that was watching, I was on board because I was trying to see when the rain was going to come, and it has.
Well, how fast will it transition? Chandler almost lost it. But how fast will this transition to a wet track? And these guys on the soft compounded tires, how long are they going to be able to keep it on the track? And same with Edu in 15th on the mediums. He's on a harder compounded tire. How will he do?
um, right. It's Hooperlicious, Crispy, Chandler, Miniko, and Moo Milk. That's your top 5 with 22 laps here at the Belgian Grand Prix. Rain is here, but the question is how long will it take for it to really ramp up for these guys to go on the intermediate tyres? We're about to get underway. Hoop on pole versus Crispy, Red Bull versus AlphaTauri here at Spa. What's going to go down here in Breakout Racing League? T1, we're underway. And that is a superb start by the AlphaTauri behind. He's moved all the way up into P3. Mumu could try to go in the top 3 as well. And, they've drive through, never mind. As side-by-side, Crispy and Hoop, side-by-side, these two will go. Hoop lists out of it smartly because he knows he'll get the run coming up here right now on Crispy. And he knew that immediately, and he's going to go for the move on him. Side-by-side, these two will go. Can Hoop get this move done? I think he will, and he has got it done. Chandler's sitting there in P3, and Hoop retakes the lead. Cookie and Miniko, and Cookie's gone. Is there contact? Yes, there is. There's cars everywhere. It's Bedlam. They're about 3 or 4 wide all around. I don't know who's got damage out of that. Cookie's gone around. As now Crispy's lost the position to Chandler now, and Chandler now goes up into 2nd place. Mumu, of course, drive for penalty, and same with Boss Cookie after jumping the start. Apologies because I didn't see that they got a drive for a penalty for their starts. As Miniko's all the way down P10, Miniko may have damage.
Yes, he does. I believe, in fact, he's actually going to be boxing this lap due to it. But one thing to look out for is the rain's halted off. It's not here again. So it started, then stopped.
Wait.
Now it's not here. Miniko has damage. Mumu and Cookie have drive-thrus, and the rain is not even here. And now it's here in Sector 3. So it is in the final sector, but not the first 2.
Alrighty then. So that could be a sign that it might take a few laps for this track to be in Inter's conditions. As now we've got Sinav and D-Hunter going side by side here at the moment, and D-Hunter now comes through. Mumu is in, obviously. Miniko in, obviously. And we should see Boss Cookie in as well. So, 3 cars in the pit lane, and Hoop, after, what was it, battle off the start line with him and Crispy, got the move done. It's now making it Hoop versus Chandler here at the front on lap 2, as the rain has arrived. Definitely.
Is this last season? Are you sure this is not on season 6? I mean, Miniko on the intermediate, by the way. So he's definitely gambling for this to work now.
That's a big
gamble. It is
gamble.
raining in the 2nd sec. Wait a minute. It's starting to heavy rain towards the beginning of the 2nd sector and through the 1st sector, so maybe he's not too far away. Hoop is kind of ice skating around into Ravage, and a no-name, we'll see how quick he takes it.
Yeah, Hoop's been
decently still there.
Hoop has lost a little bit of time here. Ferrari up P5. Bailey P4 at the moment. Oh, look at this thing, look! Oh my god, it's pouring down like cats and dogs here at the moment. It's bucketing down.
It's intermediate time.
It's absolutely pouring down. If none of these guys are in, I'll be stunned. As Axe is gone, Axe around, and it's just come down massively. And Miniko at the moment has done the right thing, but I don't think it's timed just perfectly for him, but it will possibly if Chandler's around. The rain is coming down here in Spa. It's just causing chaos.
Hoops in.
They're all going to be in. They have to be. There's no way you do another lap with the track conditions. Shamrock, I commend you. Wow.
Well, here's the big issue with this, though, is Miniko, even though he's on the intermediate tires, he has only just now started to gain on Boss in front of him.
Yeah.
He lost about 2.5 seconds, even though he was on the right tire.
Legit, when Hoop and Chandler came into coming up near Puon, the rain just changed completely. Unbelievable it was. I haven't seen that in a while. Wow. So Maniko will be P13. As I said, the rain didn't perfectly come out for him, but he's still in the pack, and that's probably the most important for him at the moment. Drunken Shamrock's still out there, hasn't crashed yet. Well done, Drunken Shamrock. As Crispy has a little bit of a moment there as well. So Chandler down to P7 after a big spin, and now Chandler has to make his way back up for the field here at the moment. Neymar P6, Ferrone up P5, and Neymar's trying to look for a move on him.
No. Maniko and Mumu side by side the entire Camel Straight. Sorry to cut in a couple of times there, but they were side by side directly wheel to wheel. A little bit of contact and entry, a little bit of contact and exit, and now Maniko's falling back, and now Axe is charging on.
Wow.
And look at Shamrock's gap.
Oh, he's off.
Struggling.
He's off.
Oh, well, that helps.
He may have just gone off just to not be in Hoop's way, and I think they got the calculations wrong at Aston Martin. So he will need a miracle.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
It was, well, I don't know about that. If you saw that second sector, the last lap, as Crispy will try to get his way through cleanly here on Shamrock. He will. Shamrock trying to not die. Bailey's trying to stay the way out of him. And same with Verona as well. But I suspect, turn it, Shamrock he has. And he makes it home to get those inter tyres on. But it's going to be a little bit of a lonely race for him unless his safety car can help him out in this one. Sinav looks for a deep on Deer Hunter around the outside, but he hasn't got it. There's a little bit of a touch, but he just couldn't get that move done. But he's going to try to stay with Deer Hunter as best as he possibly can here to try to go for this move. Deer Hunter, little bit of a moment going up, but Sinav now is going to look for this move. Raptor there behind. If Raptor can get a hell of a run, he may even try to take both of them, but it's not too much to go for at the moment. As Deer Hunter, there's contact.
Oh, no!
And Deer Hunter's around.
That's exactly what we saw on Tier 3, and that was almost the exact same thing that was from my POV from Raptor.
Yep.
Almost the exact same thing.
And, I feel
Take him while you're down, why don't you?
I feel for Deer there. That was a bit rubbish for the game to give him that, in my personal opinion. But, wow. So now Maniko's going to try and see if he can get past his teammate here at the moment. So Deer Hunter, the only one with a penalty so far, but the penalties could ramp up, especially in these conditions. It's expected to get dry towards the end, folks, so stick with us and see what will go down there towards the end of this one. As Neymar as well still trying to close back in on Ferrone here.
Yeah, through the finish chicane, he looked a lot faster. But through, I guess, Savalo 1 and 2, he just seems to not have really the front-end grip that the Ferrari Nut machine has in front of him. That's probably due to dirty air. But look at this. He's on the button now, going through Blanchimon. He's closing into the back of the Red Bull. He's just too far back for a move, you would think. And that's correct.
Yeah. Too far back for now, but I feel like if he can get that momentum out of that, McLaren can definitely try to challenge as Maniko is through on Diana. And he gets it done. Oh, maybe not, because here comes Mumu. There's a bit of a touch. Neymar's through on Ferrona, by the way. As we'll watch Mumu here try to get this move done here on Deer Hunter. Oh, he's trying not to run in the back of Maniko. And here comes Axe has got a good fly of this. Oh, was there a little bit of a touch there? I don't know. As Deer Hunter's down, we'll go up to this battle here at the moment. Ferrona, Neymar, and here comes Chandler.
Yes, he's going for this move. Almost 3 wide.
Oh, no.
Covers him off. Looks like they can keep going. Chandler's around the outside of the comp. Still tight. Still there. And he keeps ahead of Chandler. Chandler gets past Neymar.
Apologies to, I'll say that in a second.
Oh, he's not done yet.
Looks for it. Chandler looks for the move and gets it done. Chandler up into P4. And I just want to apologise to Ferrona and Neymar that I missed your battle, but we saw the end of it either way. As Sinav now is trying to get up into this fight as well, and Raptor not too far behind either. So Chandler now P4. He's got 3 seconds to get to Bailey to get onto that podium.
Neymar's still charging at Ferrari Nut, as Axe is still charging on Deer Hunter. It looks like we're kind of closing it a tiny bit through Puon. for the Mercedes on the Haas, but looks like Verona still kind of struggling in the exit of Fania chicane. That's what happens with Neymar a couple laps ago. But look at the exit of 701 into 2. It just looks like Verona's a little bit better, but look at this. The spray's kicking up. The rain is getting heavier.
Could we see a bit of deja vu here, but this time a Ferrari gets through on the both of them. Let's find out, because Sinhav is closing in on the mirror at the moment. And Neymar is going to look for... No, he's not. He could have, maybe, but it just wasn't enough. If it was in dry conditions, he would have gotten that done. But these conditions are a little bit more difficult to do. Neymar trying every possible chance to get past Verona here at the moment, and he gets it done only just. Says, how do you do? And here comes Sinhav for the move. I think Verona just let him by there. As now Sinhav now up at a P6, and we'll try to see if he can hunt down Neymar here for P5 here in this Grand Prix.
And Raptor's even in this mix as well.
Yeah, Raptor in this battle as well. So it's getting interesting here at the moment in this race between these guys. The top 4 are pretty much in their own world, and these 3 are having a ding-dong battle here at the moment here at the Belgian Grand Prix. Raptor right up in there this now, and he's going to try and see if he can get up in there in that battle as well. There's a bit of a battle going on behind with Axe and D-Hunter as well. So there's still some battles going up left and down through the field here at the moment.
Bailey, by the way, has actually closed in about 7/10 or so on Crispy in front of him, trying to catch down that AlphaTauri, and Chandler's done the same thing. They're closing in on that AlphaTauri in second.
And Hoops just checked out here at the moment, 5.3 seconds here at the moment on lap 6 of 22, again close to lap number 7 of this Grand Prix. We've got Raptor right there behind. We've got Edu, and then Maniko all the way down in P10 at the moment. So, still a lot more to play out. As we said again, dries could become a factor later on in this race. It could dry up, but the conditions have definitely picked up here in Spa. They definitely have. I don't think it's going to be enough for wets, but these guys are going to be on these intermediate tyres really till if Jeff tells them that it's going to dry up soon. As Axe is
around the outside. Yes, he's a little bit of contact at the exit of the bus stop chicane. He was on the button. Through Blanchimont makes it work, and Dierksen left it behind.
Too easy for Axe, and Axe through to P12. And Axe now will try to see if he can move up to Mumu and Maniko if he possibly can. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge if he can do that. We'll wait and see if Axe can do it. So Neymar's pulled away from Sinhav. Sinhav is trying to pull away from Verona if he possibly can. So gap's starting to form, but Chandler's pulling that gap on Bailey.
Yes, he's about a second up on Bailey this last lap. He's actually closing in. Bailey's falling off of Crispy in front of him. I said the Alfa Romeo was catching the AlphaTauri. Well, that's now been negated. But Chandler is still closing in on him, like almost rapidly. He's really pushing this car right now through the wet, as Hoopalicious is still pulling away.
Yep, Hoop pulling away here at the moment. 5.3 seconds is the gap. Doing very nicely over Crispy, and Crispy 3 seconds between him and Bailey. Bailey may be struggling a little bit in these conditions at the moment, but Chandler's going to try and see if he can close that margin down, which he is right now, to go for a move to get into the podium position here in this race. So he is definitely closing in on him, Chandler, so we'll keep an eye on this. Coming up to lap 8 of 22. The Mercedes trying to get that opportunity. He could try to get this opportunity on this lap, because I tell you what, right now, he's all over it.
He was extremely late on the brakes on the bus stop chicane. He may try to go for it at his first possible chance, maybe even up to Lecombe if he gets a good run on the exit of the Sorset and through Rich and Radion.
Keep an eye on him here. Let's see the runs for these two. Coming up, El Rouge and then through Radion. Let's see how the both of them will go. Committed, but Chandler was way more committed, and he's got the run on the Alfa Romeo and should get it done here. 4P3 he does, and Bailey now moves down into position number 4 here in this race. So Bailey down to P4. Chandler now going to try and see if he can move his way back up to P2 where he originally was before that spin.
The utmost confidence from Chandler on that complex from Eau Rouge into Radion. That was incredible. Well, now he has to chase after, like you just said, 3.5 seconds to Crispy. He's already closed in a little bit on that Alpha Tauri, but look at the back out of there. Zenab once again pulls away from Verona. He's still trying to stay within that 1 second window. Raptors still kind of holding on, and acts kind of safe a little bit, I guess, kind of on the balancing edge of that little gap between him and Mumu battle for 11th with 1.5 seconds about to Meniko, who's losing out to Edu a little bit behind them.
We have Raptor, Verona, and Zenab still near each other. These three closely contested fight. And if one of them can get the run on each other, possibly can go for a move if they possibly can. Bit further back, we got Deer Hunter and Boss Cookie. Of course, Boss Cookie spinning early in the race. And Cookie trying to make his way back up a few positions as well. And I want to point out here, Drunken Shamrock is not too far behind them. So Shamrock's not too far behind to maybe gain a few more positions later in this race. And I'll tell you what, if Shamrock gets a top 10, I'll be definitely making him driver today. But
I don't blame you.
Lap 9, 5 seconds to gap for Hoop over Crispy here at the moment. Verona trying his absolute best to get to that Ferrari, but that Ferrari's just got a little bit more under him at the moment to pull away. Raptor Fix made a mistake at some point here because he's now 1.8 behind Verona. He was only under a second, but he's lost a bit of a gap between him and Ferrari Nut. Let's see with the Red Bull, how much can he maybe gain here on Sinaf? He's not going to gain enough. If he wants to go for it, Sinaf defense. Does Verona look? He looks. Oh, it's not going to be enough. Sinaf will hold on for now.
Oh, that may be a warning from him. He almost kind of drifting through that complex, but Miniko has gained a significant amount as Deer Hunter gets overtaken by Cookie going into Lake Home.
Yep, saw the end of it there. And Cookie now up into P13 and going to try and see if he can get his way back up into the top 10. Deer Hunter looks to fight him back. Side by side, these two will go. There's a bit of call. It was close. It was very close between the two there. But Cookie holds on to the position. So 2.5 now between Chandler and Crispy. That could be a fight to look out for later in this race. And there's another fight to look out for right now. It's Edu and actually Raptors AI. So there we go.
Oh.
And that was the reason why he lost time. So there we go. Should see Edu go for the move here on the AI. He will be praying to God that Raptor does not come in of AI at a certain point because it could get ugly. Oh my goodness me. He definitely had to go for it. As Miniko now looks for it on Raptor's AI. And he will get it done as well. Here's Mumu coming up into this fight as well. So these boys in the back, in the middle pack, are absolutely going for it here at the moment. As Mumu looks at, oh, he's hit the back of Raptor's AI. Oh,
that is not what he needed, especially because there's still a long way left to go. The rain is still kind of persisting, so he's gonna have to make another stop, which is going to completely destroy what's left of Rumu's race, especially after that drive-through off the start. This is not going to make it any better.
And he
comes and Ferrari Nut battling.
Ferrari Nut gets it done. Oh, he went a little deep, but he'll be fine either way. As now Mumu and Supply... Supply Raptor. Yeah. Don't mind me, short-term brain. Ferrari Nut, P6 now, and he's going to try and see if he can get up to Neymar possibly for